Alright, what's up, guys? I hope everybody's weekend is going well. Shout out to you if you're here live or at all. Dustin, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Anybody who's here live or afterwards? Eric, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Good evening to you. Yeah, just, a lot of things going on yesterday in a complicated situation with a girl I used to date. And I've injured myself again, and it's just, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry I didn't stream yesterday, guys. Hey Danny, what's going on? Hey Big Boys PV, what's going on? Hello, Dale, what's up? Good to see you guys, and thanks for being here. Just want to spend a little time with you. And sorry, Dustin, I didn't see you yesterday. I didn't do anything eventful or interesting. Hey, baby love. Hello. I've heard some things, Dustin. I'm not. I'm not opposed necessarily. I've just been struggling to find the time to do anything lately. Every waking hour has been spent trying to continue to exist. We are getting awesome warm weather. It's like it hasn't really started yet, and it already feels great. But it's like on Tuesday, I think it's going to be 82 or something, like the warmest weather we've had in a long time. But it's kind of scary that it's getting so warm so fast. But it's going to be really beautiful around here for a few days. And, better believe we're going to try and spend some time outside. Clayton, yes. Yes, this is absolutely a cult. Welcome. We're glad you're joining us, and we're preparing to board the mothership and go to our new home planet. And I hope we can count on having you with us. And hey, Chet, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, of course, Clayton. We're glad to have you aboard. Like, come on the mothership back to the new home planet with us. It's gonna be fun. But good to see you, Chet. And anybody else who's tuning in tonight. Yeah, well, we're gonna have. There's gonna be a department for that, actually, Clayton, and I got your name on the list, buddy. You're in there. Um, so thanks for volunteering. Yeah, it's. I'm not sure if that's the name that it's for sure gonna be yet, but yeah, I mean, if that's your interest or area of expertise, we'll find a way to get you in there, for sure. Yes and no. Big Boys PV. It's complicated. Yeah, actually, that's what we were gonna go with, inspecting gadgets, but um, apparently there's a band called that. Well, that's the kind of team spirit we're looking for here, Clayton. Um, so I think this could all work out nicely. We'll see. We'll see how it goes when the time comes. But for now, let's see. Oh, I wish that'd be great. Yeah, come on back anytime, Clayton, and I'll talk to my people and we'll see what we can do about the probing. So, yeah, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I have another rib injury, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how I keep getting so hurt all the time for like doing nothing. When I'm active and should be maybe hurting myself, nope, fine, everything's cool. When I'm just, trying to sleep, I wake up in horrible pain, and yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what that's all about. Some rib issues again. Hey, what's going on, Mark? OG in Vegas. Oh, sweet. Well, I hope it's a good one, and I sure hope I can join you sometime. I kind of feel that way too, baby love. Sort of like I've been getting a lot of interesting, uh, messages on Marketplace and stuff about things that I have for sale. I don't know. It's weird. Uh-oh. Oh man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you sold your e-bike, Danny, but I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm pedaling more myself is I'm trying to not get as injured personally, and I don't know. I'm doing lower speeds on a pedal bike, and I should be doing good things for my body. I don't know. Hey, Amy, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so we have plenty of ribs that can get screwed up and cause terrible pain. I slept for like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half last night, and I woke up and just like, oh my God, why does this hurt? How did this happen? I was literally in bed sleeping, and now I'm in terrible pain, and it seems to be rib related. I don't know. Nothing makes any sense anymore. But yeah, Mark and Jeffrey, OG in Vegas, I gotta go paranormal investigating with you sometimes. I've been in the midst of paranormal activity with our friend Baby Love 702 in the comments. Um, she was witness. She probably had the best seat to that glass of water incident that I was telling you about at the El Cortez. Thank you, but I'd just rather be more active. I don't really want to be in pain. I just want to do things, and now I've been kind of stuck here all day. Three different people were supposed to come through today. None of them did. One of them said, "Hey, my bad. Can I come by now?" And I was like, "No, I'm over it. Sorry, we'll try again tomorrow." I'm falling way behind here. Hold on. Well, how does it usually go when you talk to somebody that you used to date and it didn't work out for whatever reason, Dustin? It could have been worse, but I don't know. It's nice to I don't know. I want to say it's nice to see her once in a while, but sometimes maybe I don't know. What? A 69-year-old man got ran over on his e-bike yesterday? I hadn't heard about that. Baby love, and that's crazy. Oh wow, that's cool, Ted. I'm actually watching Major League on the TV behind me. It just started a few minutes ago. I'm not watching it. I can just see that it's on behind me. Yeah, I know, Danny, and it's like there aren't any ribs moving around. There aren't any loose ribs. There's just like a terrible rib pain, and I don't know what's going on. And I hope it gets better because I need to. I don't know. Well, There's no more emotional feelings, really, Dustin. Just I don't know. I'll explain that situation sometimes. Uh, what? I don't know. Like, I don't watch news anymore, baby love, at all. So, uh, like, I don't know. I guess when I hear about things, if I hear about things like that, it's from you or other people that live here. But yeah, that's a lot of bad news, I guess. Oh yeah, the coughing, Danny. Oh, I hope it wasn't the one that we sat there. I sat at the Atomic Bar with Renee when she was here visiting last time, and we were having a nice talk with a really nice bartender at Atomic. And I hope it's not anybody. I hope nobody. You never want to hear of anybody, dying in the parking lot or whatever. But I really hope it wasn't her. She was a sweetheart. I don't know if that's. I don't remember what her name was, but she used to go. Like I've seen her in a couple of group bike rides, Wednesday bike rides. If Like I don't know if that's man, I don't know. That's close to home. I mean, baby love, I know you know. I mean, that's right there. I can walk to Atomic in 5 minutes from where I'm sitting right now. Inspecting gadgets. And no, it's a shame. It's a shame that things are well. I mean, downtown's always been kind of sketchy, and I guess it's getting a little worse again. Um, but you never want to hear about stuff like that. It's yeah, Atomic. It's Atomic Liquors. It's like where they used to sit on the roof and watch nuclear testing back in the day, and now it's just an old timey bar downtown on Fremont Street. It's very cool. And again, I went there with Renee a little while back while she was visiting. Um, it's a cool place to check out if you're here downtown. A lot of history, and the people there were really nice. And it's very sad to hear that something happened to somebody there. Hey Shane, what's up, buddy? Yeah, no, I hear you, Danny. But Vegas has always really been kind of under control. I mean, they've always really had a pretty good handle on it here. Um, but there seem to be a few exceptions lately. Oh my God, was that last night? Because I would have been right there at that time. Might have even cut through that alley coming back from the Chaos ride on the way home, but I didn't do the Chaos ride last night because I was hanging out with some crummy girl instead. Um, but that's really tragic. Really, oh man. I mean, that's I don't know. Well, there are usually plenty of them around, Danny. We have a lot of different law enforcement agencies here in Las Vegas, and they're usually keeping a pretty close eye on things. Like the tourist corridors, it's most commonly known the Strip and downtown, are usually very well patrolled, and you usually don't have anything to worry about. I mean, I would still say, feel safe and be confident when you're walking around on Fremont Street or the Strip at any time of the day or night. She's just an old girlfriend that wanted to come over and be a pain in the ass. Shane, it's all good. We're still friends. I'm joking. You know, she's cool, but we don't do any more of that. Um, but she happened to be visiting, and she doesn't live here anymore. Um, and I just couldn't weasel out of spending a little time with her. I think I know, I think I know who you're talking about, Danny. Um, there are some acts on Fremont Street that are pretty consistent. Like you expect to see them, but there's a lot of others that just come and go. So I don't know. How long have I lived in Vegas now? For me, going on 12 years. Shane's been here his whole life. Baby Love's been here a long time too, I know, right? Yeah. Shane spent 35 years in Vegas. And I know Baby Love's a long time local. 10 years, yeah. Well, yeah, we're here roughly the same amount of time. Baby Love, you and I. I try to catch them, Danny. Sometimes I'll have it playing in the background while I'm like, I don't know, brushing my teeth or something, and I don't know. Like I'm always around that time though. I'm always hustling, so I don't get to catch many of them. But that's a good time to stream, and I'm gonna try uh, to catch more of Baby Love's sunrise streams. Yeah, hey Irving. Irving's basically a local. Um, I was Irving knows this place as well as the rest of us, and he is here a lot. But good to see you, Irving. I appreciate you guys taking some time tonight. Somebody else just messaged me on the Haro bike. Like, like 3 different people were supposed to come get the Haro today, and it didn't work out. Yeah. Well, I mean, Irving could be a paranormal activity magnet. Which, Mark, if you're still in here, OG in Vegas, we were with Irving also. Baby Love Irving. It was Matt and Marnie, too, right? Am I forgetting anyone? Uh, and sorry, I'm just like this. Yeah, and we were all sitting there attracting paranormal activity, I guess. That was quite a day. Really awesome day. You know, friends chilling, enjoying a nice meal together, and witnessing ghost activity as well. Have one for me too, Danny, if you would. I'd appreciate it. Hey, Daryl Lynn, lurker lurking in Texas. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining, hanging out. Always great to have you here. That sounds pretty awesome, Shane. I didn't realize it was in September. I thought it was sooner than that. Um, that sounds like a really fun thing to do, though. I'm glad you're going. I might have to go separately and see you there. And you know, Utah is a neighboring state, so it's not like going to, you know, Maine or something. That's awesome. Danny, I hope it's good. I want to get a 3D printer and make bike parts with it. Um, People make seats, bike seats with 3D printers, and they're very valuable. They're sold typically for, I don't know, 100 plus dollars, and people seem to really love them. I had thought of that, actually, doing that, trying to figure that out. That's a project for down the road, I guess. Yeah, I've been wanting to have one, a 3D printer myself for a long time. I know Danny's been doing a lot of 3D printing, and that's awesome. Making, various things. Um, but yeah, I remember, a long time ago when the first, consumer 3D printers were coming on the scene and they made, kind of more basic stuff. And I remember thinking then, even, wow, that's really awesome though, and I'm gonna have to have one of those. At some point, I'll have to get one. Well, that doesn't sound too bad, Danny. I remember when even like not very good ones were still really, really expensive, and now I guess pretty good ones are getting, quite inexpensive considering, what you can do with them. But I've seen some of these 3D printed bike seats and they look really cool and they're supposed to be really comfortable as well. They're super lightweight. The air flows through so you're not getting swamp ass. It's good all around. So I'm going to have to look into that more. That's cool, Shane. Interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but that's a good idea in itself. Oh, that's cool, Danny. I guess it's Hey, Renee, we were speaking of you earlier. Have you heard the news about Atomic Liquors? Baby Love was saying something about it, but great to see you, Renee. And I was telling the good folks of the chat of the time that we had that day at the Atomic Liquors. And I hope it's not the nice girl that we were talking to. But anyway, great to see you, Renee. And I guess if you just tuned in and hadn't heard, someone was murdered in the parking lot, a bartender at Atomic last night or something. Huh, that's interesting, baby love. What kind of 3D printer would I get? I don't know. I'd have to look myself. I'd have to weigh the pros and cons of different types of 3D printers and, what you can get out of them. I wonder what they're printing the bike seats out of, like what kind of printer they're using for that. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure that out. Yeah, I can imagine the resin printers might be a little better for detail. But hell, I mean, they're 3D printing houses now. Have you guys seen that? There's like a whole neighborhood in Texas that's all 3D printed houses. And I think that's kind of awesome. I don't know. Yeah, I know. She was such a sweetheart, and it was really nice talking to her. And it's terrible to hear of anything like that happening anyway, Renee. But it's really awful when it's a place that you've been to and you know that the people are nice. And for me, it's just right down the street. I'm a 5-minute walk from that place. Oh yeah, I don't know. I had just heard from Baby Love earlier. I wouldn't call it long hair. I don't know, Baby Love. I'm trying to picture her. I remember her face, but I can't remember the hair so much. I think she might have had it up or something, or tied, or I don't recall. Yeah, Shane. Yeah, it was dark hair, definitely. But I think she had it up or like tied or something, if I recall correctly, Renee. 3 days ago, her name was Hope Ritter. Well, God bless her either way. I mean, that's terrible to hear. And, oh man, I don't know. Really, really tragic and really, really close to home. Yeah, she did. Oh, didn't the one we were talking to have a kid, Renee? Or is that the one who was, I don't know. I don't know. It's just terrible, terrible stuff. And people need to chill out. Ah, Danny. Oh, and I got two messages since, or two like marketplace messages. Danny, thanks for joining. I'm trying to get this thing sorted out with these little action cameras that I have now. And I'm going to be posting member content again. But thank you for joining. It's a big help. I'm clawing and scratching to stay afloat here. I paid rent again today, like another week, and I have like 22 cents left over. And maybe I should have told that guy he could just come by the bike, but I didn't want to sit around and wait another 4 hours for him, and he didn't show up. I gotta check something really quick, guys. Hold on a second. I gotta set you down. Oh, oh man, the ribs I can't like move a certain. Ow. Can't move a certain way. I gotta check these notifications. Hold on a second. I gotta message a couple of people back. Hang on for a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, that's one down. Another guy on the Haro. I swear, like 8 or 9 people have messaged me on the Haro today. A couple of them were going to come by. Well, like 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them were going to come by, and nobody. Actually, 3 of them were going to come by. One of them actually said, "My bad. I can come now." I said, "No, we'll do it tomorrow." So hold on a second, guys. I'm messaging people on Marketplace trying to get rid of things. Okay, hold on. Yeah, all right. I had to get on the laptop and message some of these people. Got to try and keep things sold. Um, yeah, thank you, Renee, for welcoming Danny as a member. Renee has been a long time member. Thank you, Renee, for being a member and doing what you do. I appreciate it. Any members, you just you help me stay afloat and keep everything going, and I appreciate that very much. I'm trying to sell bikes like crazy. I paid another week's rent today. I've got nothing left over, but I'll have a roof over my head for another week, and I still have some bikes. So things are much better than they could be right now, and I don't know. But I appreciate you guys for everything that you do always, and members, and I'm going to try to make membership a little more valuable here as I sort out the kinks with these little cameras that they sent me, which aren't bad. I just need to figure out how to use them most effectively, and I'm kind of working on that right now. But I know I've said this before, but once I get this sorted out, once I get those working a little better, there will be more uh, member content. I'll check that out, Renee. Thanks for posting the link. They are nice BMX bikes. I do like this Haro. It's a little small for me, just a little small for me. Um, I don't really ride 20-inch bikes anymore, but it is very cool, and I'm surprised I still have it, honestly. It looks like it's a clickable link anyway, Renee. The Haro is orange, Shane. It's orange and black. It's awesome. It's probably the colors I'd get. Oh, that's terrible. That, young life lost. Needlessly, stupidly, senselessly. It's awful. People really need to chill out. I mean, especially when it comes to if it is like the lover's thing or, disgruntled former boyfriend or whatever. Uh, I know it's not always easy to let go, but you know, when a person stops loving you, especially when a woman, take this from a guy that's been there and done that. When a woman stops loving you and doesn't want to be with you anymore, that's it. You're done. You can be as crazy and silly and ridiculous as you want, but like it's over. So people really just need to chill out and take it easy and not take someone else's life ridiculously for no good reason. There's never a good reason. Let me tell this guy I'll be available tomorrow and I'm downtown. Hold on. Oh God, yeah. Renee, I can imagine. It's just a sad thing. Hey Kevin, what's up, buddy? Yeah. Anyway, I guess in a minute I gotta respond to that guy. Be like, he can come take a look at it tomorrow. I might do if the rib thing isn't hurting me too bad tomorrow. I might do the Sunday morning ride that starts at the Llama Lot downtown. There's a group bike ride tomorrow. Um, so I don't know. Fingers crossed, but I don't want to miss any opportunities to sell bikes and keep the flow going too. Um, and like I paid rent today with all the money that I had in the world, so that whatever I make at all selling bikes in the next couple of days, with the exception, of course, what it takes to get food and stuff, I still have to eat and whatnot. But like everything else is going back into bikes. And if I had three or four more bikes in the rotation at any given time, I could pay all of my bills with what I was just intending to be a side hustle is turning into my full-time job. I'm just trying like hell to get there. So fingers crossed, guys. It's all coming together. Keep thinking happy thoughts, and may everyone be blessed with the lives that suit them. I'm finally starting to feel good about things again personally for the first time in a long time, just because I've found things to do that I enjoy that I can make a little money with, and just stay more focused on good things and everything. I don't know, it's good all around, and I truly wish that all of you may be be and feel so fortunate. It's a wonderful thing. I kind of feel the same way, Danny, but what do I know? Let's see. I remember that song. I remember being. I love the message. It's wonderful, but it was kind of. I don't know, how do you describe it? Uh, but it's a good message. It's a very good message that we need more calm in the world right now. I think more calm in our individual lives. And then I think things would work out a whole lot better for all of us. I think I remember hearing it being referred to as that, Danny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to Lake Las Vegas, Shane. Um, I'm just not going to be able to go 40 miles pedaling probably tomorrow. But the Sunday morning ride is I haven't done them, but I was talking with Omar about it. If you guys tuned into the stream on Wednesday, and other people have said the same thing. It's basically like the Chaos ride, but on Sunday morning, which sounds pretty good to me. And it's close enough to home that I guess if I did, I could start the ride, and if I get messaged by somebody who wants to come and pick up a bike or something. I'm not too far away. So let me message that guy back real quick. Hold on a second, guys. I got to put you down. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm trying to message this guy. That's the guy on the Haro. Sorry. Um, let's check that out too, Danny. But yeah, that guy was messaging me on the Haro. He wants to know when he can come and look at it. And I said tomorrow, and I live downtown, like Fremont East area. Hey, Joe, and hey, Raul. What's going on? Good to see Joe and Raul joining the stream tonight. Great to have you here. Um, the back's been okay more or less, Raul, lately since I've been riding bikes a lot more, pedaling a lot more. My back pain has been a lot less. I will say I still get it from time to time, but right now, I like last night I woke up in the middle of the night in terrible pain with some kind of rib injury that makes no sense whatsoever, and I'm still trying to make sense of it. Um, and that's been bothering me a little bit, but yeah, well, thank you, Raul. But good to see you, and great to be here. Oh, coffee and leg medicine. Those are two of my favorite things. Coffee and leg medicine. I wish I had either or both right now. Both actually. Yeah. Yeah, sun is really good for everything I found, which is one of the reasons I live in such a sunny place. And looks like we got another notification maybe from that guy. I heard the Facebook ding. I don't know. We'll have to see. But bike riding, my body feels a lot better in general since I started riding bikes again. It's like medicine, really. I mean, it's wonderful stuff. Getting out and pedaling on a bicycle is so good for the body. And I have noticed some improvements, but I've still been just having like weird, stupid, getting old and not being the picture of health type uh, situations. I don't know. Well, Danny, enjoy your movie and thanks for hanging out and do take care of yourself. It is hell getting old, Raoul. That is very, very true. Um, 'Cause I don't, like my brain doesn't feel old at all. I'm still a child on the inside. So it's very strange to me that, my body is wearing out and I still feel like a young idiot kid. I don't know. But yeah, getting old is about as much fun as getting old. Yeah, no, I hear you, Raul. Mine too. Like, it's I guess the older you get, the more things crack. Seems to be the case over here anyway. Yeah, I'm still a child. I'll always be a child on the inside, but my body is definitely getting older. Yeah, I try, Ed and Judy, and great to see you. By the way, thanks for being here. I guess the key is to never really grow up. You have to grow old, but you don't have to grow up. You know, society wants to make you grow up, and oh, you're a grown up now. You got to act like one and do all the grown up stuff and everything. That's a lie. That's a myth. You absolutely do not have to do that. You can if you want, and I'm not telling you not to if that's your thing, but you really don't have to grow up if you don't want to. But it's so awesome to see that everybody's been able to come and hang out for a little while tonight. It's always the highlight of my day to get to spend some time with you guys, and I don't know what I'd do without you. And I get a lot of strength and positivity and encouragement from you guys selfishly, but I think the group has that effect on like everybody in the group has that effect on all the rest of the group. I don't know. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm tired. But you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you all so much. Ow. Ow. Coughing is bad for rib injuries. I don't know what the hell I did. I was in this bed asleep and I woke up in terrible pain in the middle of the night. I hope I'm not just getting to that point in life now where just random injuries occur all the time. I don't know. I'm still trying. I'm still trying to be active and not old and frail, but it's a battle. It's a challenge. Let's see, I'm falling way behind here. Yeah, I thought of that, Joe. I guess it depends on the bike that I'm riding. Um, the fast bikes, I'm doing all right with, the little seats that they have on them, but for more of a cruising bike, yeah, like the mountain bike, the green bike that I've been riding, that's been my daily the last couple of days, actually. I've been taking that thing out and riding it. It's got like a more aggressive racing kind of seat on it, and that's not necessary. I think it would be better to have a more comfortable seat on that bike for sure. Oh wow, yeah, that'd be awesome, Raul. I'd love to see you. Um, and I expect to be here in May, of course. I'm gonna, well, probably late April or early May. I'm still trying to take a bike ride, depending on finances and weather and other circumstances. Like if I'm hurting myself randomly in the middle of the night just by sleeping, like I don't know what kind of effect that's gonna have on a 327-mile bike ride, but I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen. But I'll most likely be here, Raul, and it'd be awesome to get to hang out with you while you're here. And anybody else that's going to be here, anytime, really. But the weather, the next few days, and the forecasts look wonderful. And I'm going to do what I can anyway to try and spend some time outside. I want to at least catch some of that morning bike ride tomorrow and then try and sell bikes. Yeah, true. I'm not gonna miss them. Um when was it that we saw Halibut last, baby love? Or the time that you and I saw him together. Uh it feels like pretty recently, but I know it was a while ago. But yeah, I don't want to miss Halibut and Brandon and Mike. Yeah, it was a while ago. But I mean that was fun hanging out. That was the day that I met you actually officially, baby love. It was the first day that I met Halibut in person too. But yeah, I guess April's going to be a busy month. Um, I think is I think JPL Rides is coming in April too. There's the Eastgate Con. So some other people that we see in the chat once in a while might be here for that. JPL Rides in particular. Maybe a couple more. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Huh. Well, I guess it's coming up on like the best time of the year to come and visit Vegas, really. I mean, spring and fall, really. That's what I put my money on. Hey, Paula. Hello. Good to see you, Paula. I was getting worried. March Madness, it's always a big one here. Sports books are always overflowing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all the great weather and the forecast and getting to hang out with a lot of you guys in the not too distant future. Yeah, St. Patty's Day. I'll have to go, might have to walk around on Fremont Street again for that one. Uh, St. Patrick's is always a big one downtown. Like a big, big to do downtown. And a really fun time, too. Oh, Oh shoot, it's Paula's birthday almost. I remember you saying something about it before, being on the 28th. Hey, everybody's entitled to be a little sauced on St. Patrick's Day, I would say, baby love. But yeah, happy birthday in advance, Paula. Six days, right? Yeah. I hope it's a wonderful birthday. Time's really flying lately. I've tuned out most of the noise, most of the outside world, and I'm just kind of focused on, what I'm doing and, the the path I'm trying to make and everything else. And, like the downside to that is time is just whizzing by. Oh shoot. Yeah, there's just plenty to drink. I know you still have a bunch of grandpa's cough medicine, don't you, Shane? Like bottles of liquor. And Paula, yeah, Paula's gonna be old enough to drink. The last time it rained here was just the other day, like last week, was it? It rained all day. It was like Thursday, I think, of last week. Um, from the time the sun came up, from before when the sun came up until long after it set, it rained. And then the following day, the night, it rained a couple of patches in the valley. But before that, it had been a really long time. Yeah, it did actually rain here, but it was just a little bit. It rained all day, but just like a little bit of rain all day, you know. But we'll take it. I mean, it is the desert. So it was nice after so long to finally just have a whole day of rain, even light rain. The wetlands is still muddy, I can imagine. I didn't go with you guys last weekend. I should have to check out all the after effects of the wetlands after a day's worth of rain. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know it was that much. Some places got more than other. It was just a very light sprinkle downtown, but like all day. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Um, so yeah, of course, I'm always worried about Shane. He's got the longest ride home, and he's going solo usually, like after a Wednesday or a Friday ride. Shane lives on the other side of town, so I always worry about my dude. But it's always terrible to hear about somebody getting hit and killed or whatever, just even hit on anything that's in the bike lane, for instance. But tragic. A lot of bad news lately around here. But I mean, I suppose there's probably good things too. I don't know. I just kind of tuned it all out. And if not for you guys tonight, I wouldn't have heard about all of these things. I'm literally like what 5 blocks away from Atomic Liquors, and I didn't know about the murder in the parking lot, and that's oh man, I might cry about that tonight. That's really just it's too close to home, and stupid and unnecessary, and I'm gonna have to look at that story, the link. I gotta go back in the chat. Where was the link? Renee, right? Yeah, I gotta check that out on Fox 5. If I ever do watch local news, that's the channel I watch, but I like their morning people. But I've just been trying to tune it all out lately because it seems like most of it's bad. Yeah, I guess it is getting pretty late by then, but still, I mean, Boulder Highway especially gets like that's sketchy enough during the day. I mean, there's a lot more traffic on it during the day, but still, I mean, it's a scary road at night. But, I know you're always careful, Shane, but I'm always still worried about you. Yeah, that's it, Raul. Seriously. I mean, I'm depressed enough without the news. I try not to be, but I don't know. I've spent most of my time lately just doing everything I can to just focus on positive things and just try to move forward no matter what. Yeah. Oh, hey. There you go, baby love. That's kind of the way I feel about it. If there's something I really need to know about, somebody's going to tell me. But, there are a lot of unfortunate things happening in the world today. And, but it's up to us to choose how we're affected by it, and how much of it we take in. And I have sympathy for anyone who's affected by bad things, bad circumstances, whatever. But we all, I think, need to just try and be happier than society has let us be in recent years. It seems like I don't know. But hey, Lainey Grace, I'm so glad you're here, and it's always wonderful to see you. So, I'm not saying don't be aware of what's going on around you. I'm just saying be aware that happiness and decency is more important. Yeah, there you go. Every day above ground certainly has the potential to be a very good day. I mean, we get to decide for the most part what kind of day we're going to have, but every single day can be a good day. Today was a weird day for me. Hold on a second. I got to respond to a guy I think I forgot about. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. The guy wants to come pick up the Haro in the AM, I guess. Or wants to come see it anyway in the AM. Which may mean no bike ride, I don't know. But we shall see. That's awesome, baby love. And I need to spend more time tuning into your morning streams instead of like, going to the bathroom and brushing my teeth and taking a shower and stuff. But uh, yeah, I mean it's always best to start the day positively if you can. And I appreciate what you do in the morning, certainly, baby love. That's baby love's time slot. Well, of course she can have any time she wants, but that's like, I think that's certainly become known now as baby love's time slot. The sunrise stream. Oh yeah, going to work by that time. Raoul, I got you. Let's see, I haven't eaten dinner. Do I even have dinner? Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have paid rent. Maybe I should have waited and done it tomorrow and like bought some food today instead. Oh well, it's too late now. But if that guy wants to come in the morning and buy that bike, I really wanted to go do the Sunday ride though. But if that guy wants to come in the morning and buy that bike, I guess I better stay for that. Have a little grocery money or something. Buy a couple things at the store, and then I gotta spend every last cent on another bike. Ooh, pizza. That sounds good, Paula. They it's actually a really good deal at 7-Eleven right now. If you can stomach 7-Eleven pizza, it's an acquired taste. I rather enjoy it actually myself. Um, they have bigger slices now. They cut it into 6 instead of 8. So you get bigger slices of pizza to begin with. And right now, if you're a 7-Eleven rewards member, as I am, um, you can go in there and get 2 slices of pizza and a bottle of Coke for $5. And I think that's a really good deal. It makes me wish I had $5. But pizza, yeah, that's a good dinner, especially on a Saturday. Paula. Yeah, no, you're right. I should probably eat dinner. I have snack food at least, I think. That'll keep me alive until tomorrow. Raoul. Yeah, considering how much things cost on Fremont Street, you know, like you can still go to the 7-Eleven on Fremont Street and get 2 slices of pizza and a drink for $5, and that really is a good deal. Oh yeah, Paula, that's awesome. That was a really it's still like every time someone walks up to me and says, "Hey, are you Sincloth?" It's like my heart stops. I'm in disbelief, and I don't know. That was something. Hold on a second. I'm being notified. What? Ed and Judy. Ed and Judy with the PayPal out of nowhere. Thank you very much. That's like I appreciate that. I really, really, really appreciate that. And I'm doing the best I can over here, and I'm making a lot of progress. I mean, a lot of crazy good things are happening with these bike sales now and everything. It's really turning my life around. But when you do something like that, Ed and Judy, it's it's wonderful. It's a blessing. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Ed and Judy, for coming through with a PayPal, which is never necessary, but always very, very much appreciated. So thanks again. Shout out to Ed and Judy. And things are getting much better. Raul, as a whole, I'm trying to stay more optimistic about things. It's a tough thing for me to do. I'm often defeated. It's a serotonin imbalance, and I'll have to deal with it for the rest of my life. But I can be consciously aware of my serotonin imbalance and still try to focus on good things. And always, if you can in life, always try and focus on good things. I mean, the weight of the world gets too heavy for all of us at some point or another. But, try and smile whenever you can. Well, thank you, Raul, and I can't wait to hang out with you when you come to visit. So yeah, smile and put your best foot forward. That's really the secret to life. Yeah, I can't wait, Raul. I know you're gonna have fun, coming to visit anyway, but it's gonna be a real treat for me to get to hang out with you while you're here. So I'm sure looking forward to it. But thank you again, Ed and Judy, for the PayPal, some grocery money. I really, really appreciate that. I gotta see if I got message back from this guy when I told him, like on Sunday morning, I'm not gonna be ready to do business before 9. I gotta like ease into it and let the coffee take effect and just be ready to like, okay, now this guy can come and buy a bike. Let me see. And he said, okay, I'll talk to you then. Thank you. This guy, I think, is serious. I've thought a couple more of them were serious, but I always want my bikes to find the right home. Like, I want them to get used and loved and enjoyed, like not just stuffed in a garage or something, collecting dust. Like, I'm trying to save these bikes and I want them to keep on living, Does that make any sense? Anyway, yeah, grocery money is certainly good, and thanks again. Um, Thanks again, Ed and Judy. And I posted a picture of eggs in the thumbnail because one of these days I'm going to be able to afford to eat eggs again. I really love eggs, but right now they're in Vegas. I don't know how much they are anywhere else, but in Vegas they're entirely too expensive. I absolutely cannot justify the cost of eggs. Um, but, I posted this thumbnail in eager anticipation of one day again enjoying eggs. So fingers crossed. But vintage bikes, It's the guy that wants me to deliver the bike to him. There's a guy coming from Canada tomorrow who wants to buy the Haro and ride it for a few days and then give it back to me, which seems like a good deal, except for like the $50 worth of Uber rides involved to get down to him and back. Uh, so I don't know. I might it's like this other guy might come and get that same bike first thing in the morning anyway, so it'd be a done deal after that. We'll have to see. But yeah, Joe, vintage bikes are awesome. Even if they're not that old, just like this Haro is a 2012. The Scott Speedster that I'm riding is a 2009. The Schwinn is a 2012. Um, all the mountain bikes are 90s. But yeah, I don't know. I think old bikes are super cool. And even if they're not really that old, it's just I don't know, it takes me back. I remember the bike I was riding today, which is a like early mid 90s Performance M204, a very rare, weird, forgotten about bike, but I have one. It's sitting right behind me and I went and rode that around today and it just makes me feel like I was in 1994 and I like that. Well, he said he'd give me $80 for the bike, Raoul. And he doesn't realize he's coming to visit, and he's down on the south end of the strip. He doesn't realize how far that is for bicycle riding or walking from where I am right now. So I think he just said he wants me to meet him halfway, but that's still like 5 miles that I have to ride a little BMX bike to him. And then, I don't know, he'd have to come pick it up, but chances are it's going to be gone tomorrow morning anyway. This other guy seems pretty serious. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'd like to make bikes available to people who are just coming to visit, who don't necessarily want to ride the RTC rental bikes, which aren't bad, I guess. But some people would rather ride the kinds of bikes that they're accustomed to riding, and I would like to one day make that a possibility, but I'm not sure quite how I would do that. Yeah, I gotta check out some more of his content. He is a super nice guy. It's great to meet him, Mark and Jeffrey from the OG in Vegas channel. I've had a couple of them myself. Mongoose bikes. I started riding BMX, Raoul. I started competing in BMX when I was 5 years old. I was very, very much involved in bike riding in my younger days. Had a mongoose or two throughout there. Almost bought a mongoose at the pawn shop the other day. It's still there. She's going to be back on Monday. My connection at the pawn shop. She's the manager, and she'll unload some bikes on me every once in a while. I'll see what I can do on that mongoose. Actually, it's a cool little BMX bike. I've always enjoyed mongoose bikes. Mongoose was the biggest bike brand in the BMX movie Rad at the time from 1986, if you'll recall that. I watched that movie just the other day for the 897th time at least in my life. Fantastic movie. But a mongoose is a very cool bike and was like the biggest name in BMX. I don't know who's the biggest name in BMX bikes now, but I know Mongoose still makes bikes. And that was an absolutely awesome movie. Rad. It's really kind of cheesy, but in the best possible way. Oh, Specialized. One of the first Specialized bikes, that's probably worth a lot of money, Joe. What would that be from like mid or early mid 80s? When did Specialized start making bikes? I don't remember any before like early 80s. Couldn't be before early 80s. I don't know. But yeah, if you have one of the first Specialized bikes, my first mountain bike was a Specialized Hard Rock. I want to say I had a dyno mountain bike around that time too. 83. Yeah, I didn't think Specialized was making bikes before that. My first Specialized bike would have been like probably a 92 Specialized Hard Rock. That's cool. I had a dyno mountain bike that I really loved. It was my daily. I was just using it for transportation around town. I had a car too, but I was just riding the bike around for, short trips around town. And it got stolen out of my backyard. And it made me really sad. But that was a cool bike, and I wish I still had that. I wish I still had my Specialized Hard Rock too. I had a lot of dyno BMX bikes too, dynos and GTs. I loved them. There's a guy that's got a dyno comp somewhere close to here, like a late 80s, and he wants like $1,800 for it, which is a fair price, I guess. And there's another guy closer to town that's got a GT Mach 1 BMX bike that he only wants 150 bucks for, but it's a newer one. So it's probably only worth about 150 bucks. Oh, wow. Do you have a stump jumper though, Joe? Because that's the one that everybody wants. If you've got an '80s stump jumper, I mean that thing's worth more than some cars. Oh wow, I remember those disc covers. That was a big deal back in the day. If you had those, there was a bike that had those in the movie Rad during the Hell Track race or one of the Hell Track qualifiers or whatever. Ah, that's awesome. That's that's like a statement from the period right there. A green bike with white wheel covers. Oh. Well, hey, if you got a Specialized bike from the 80s, it's still worth a good chunk of change, I'm sure, Joe. But the stump jumper seems to be the one that everybody wants, and it's worth, two or three times as much as you know, hard rocks and rock hoppers from similar periods. Uh, yeah, if we all still had all the bikes that we had when we were kids, we'd probably all be rich. Some of the bikes that I had, I remember selling. I had several early looptail PK Rippers that are worth thousands of dollars now, just the frames. And I probably had 10 of them. Sold one to a kid for 50 bucks. He's like, "Hey, let me get one of those PK Ripper frames with the old skinny seat tubes." And because they were like cheaper at the time, nobody wanted them. They wanted the newer ones with the thicker seat tubes. But now the early ones are worth way more money. And I seriously had like 10 of them, but I sold a loop tail, I think it was a 1983 PK Ripper, to this kid for 50 bucks. And it's worth like 5 grand now. I love Diamondback bikes too. I remember the Diamondbacks from my BMX days, but they're still popular bikes. I've been seeing a lot of like 90s era Diamondback mountain bikes coming onto the scene lately. Some of them are only like 50 bucks, and it's like, wow, I'd love to just buy them all and sit on them for a while. Ride them too, but yeah, Diamondbacks are awesome. There's a guy that's got a Diamondback BMX, but it's like a late 90s, I want to say, around here. I think he wants too much money for it. I don't know. There are so many cool bikes, so if I had my way and all the money in the world, I'd have a huge warehouse full of them. But anyway, let me see here. I gotta check more notifications. Trying not to fall too far behind here. Oh, good. Somebody's asking about my blank t-shirts. I got a box of blank t-shirts that I was going to screen print a long time ago, but I don't really have my screen printing setup going right now, so it's like, screw it. I forgot about this box of t-shirts. Let's just sell them. Somebody just now is like, hey, is this still available? You're darn tootin' it's still available. Come and get them, won't you? Let's see. But thanks again, Ed and Judy, so much for the PayPal. I just saw that in the notifications again. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping to have a really successful day. They're medium, large, and extra large. There's 13 total shirts, blank white cotton t-shirts that I was going to print. Um, and I got them listed for 30 bucks. All brand new, unworn. So maybe I can get rid of those tomorrow. The more stuff I can sell, the more bikes I can go get. The more bikes I can go get, the more bikes I can sell, the more money I can make, more fun we can have, more things we can do. Just better all around. So, fingers crossed, guys. It'd be nice to get rid of a whole bunch of little things that I've been sitting on for a while that I've been waiting for somebody to come and scoop up. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, Raul. Well, I've been printing shirts myself since I don't know, 2008ish. Not much. I have a one color homemade screen printing kit. I know all the ins and outs of screen printing, but I only do it on a very unsophisticated level myself anymore, if at all. But that's a cool thing. I don't know. I love making shirts, but yeah, I just forgot that I had some of these stuffed in a box. And I was like, you know what? I could raise a few bucks that way. And uh, buy some more bikes. And then, like, soon I want to start printing shirts again, some of my own merch, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh wow, there's an earthquake. I didn't know that. That doesn't sound like too big a one, I guess, Paula, but I'm glad that you're safe. Wow, I'm glad to hear that you're safe. That's one thing I miss and don't miss about California is the earthquakes. We get them here. I've been through a handful of earthquakes in Vegas, some weird feeling earthquakes in Vegas, but like California earthquakes are pretty serious. But I'm glad you're okay, Paula, and I had no idea that there was an earthquake today. See, like you guys are my are my source of information, really. Bike merch, you think, Joe? That's interesting. Um, and if you got any ideas, I'd be glad to hear them. But yeah, California earthquakes were fun, but also scary and dangerous. So, Paula, you're in Northern California, or northern-ish California, so I don't know where the earthquake was, though. When we had a good earthquake a few years ago when I still lived in Anthem and I had a saltwater fish tank. And I thought I felt the earth moving, and I looked and there's like water sloshing out of my fish tank. It's like, yeah, that's an earthquake. We haven't had one like that around here in a while, though. Oh, wow. That was pretty close to you, Paula. I didn't realize that it was so close, but, not much of a shaker, I guess, and glad you're okay. I might have told you guys this story before. My brother and I had connecting rooms at our house in Toluca Lake, California, when I was growing up. Well, our rooms connected through a bathroom. Like we each had our own toilets, but then like the shower tub area was shared in the middle, and sometimes we'd leave our doors open in between or whatever. We could hear ourselves, through the other rooms and stuff. But anyway, like I was in probably sixth grade at the time, and there was a pretty decent sized earthquake right before I had to wake up and get ready for school. And like I'm in bed and my brother's in bed and our beds are shaking and we're both yelling at each other at the top of our lungs to stop shaking each other's beds. But it was an earthquake and I'll remember that for the rest of my life, I guess. Oh yeah, that's got to be a relief for you then, Raul. I've never heard of San Diego getting shaken too badly. I know they still get affected, but like LA and points north seem to get it the worst, I think, in my experience. But yeah, I'm glad you're safe, Paula, definitely. Yeah, I guess Renee probably would have said something if she weren't okay. She was here in the chat earlier. And the Northridge one, yeah, that was the one that did probably the most damage to the house that I grew up in my whole lifetime. Wow, that's crazy, baby love. No, like we had like a fountain statue thing fell over in my house, and like some bookshelves, and like a table fell over and broke, and some other stuff. I don't know. That was a pretty serious earthquake, the Northridge quake. Yeah, I bet Renee and Steve were definitely probably close enough to feel it. But, I suppose they're okay, or Renee probably would have said something earlier. But yeah, earthquakes are fun if they're not, like, damaging. If it's just a little shaker, I think those are cool. I rather enjoy them, actually. But the big scary ones, that's a different story. Oh man, if I can sell a bunch of little things tomorrow, hold on a second. Let me message that person back. Let me set you down just for a second, guys. Say those shirts are available and please come and get them. Hi, is this available? Yes. Yes. Still available. Make sure I'm not missing any other comments. Hold on, guys. Okay. Message that guy back. Hopefully he comes. Hopefully somebody comes and gets those t-shirts. Like 5 people have messaged me on the t-shirts so far, and one girl was going to come pick them up the day before yesterday. She's just where are you located? I said I'm downtown, and she's like, oh, okay, I could swing by there on my way to work, and then she never did. So let's see. Oh, Renee, okay. Good. I'm glad you're here. Oh, you didn't feel anything? Oh, wow, okay. Oh, goodness. I remember I went to Bob's Big Boy in Burbank, Toluca Lake that night with family who earlier in the day was up in the Bay Area during the quake. And I remember the devastation from that one. That was maybe like the scariest, deadliest earthquake in California in my lifetime that I can recall. That was serious. And I'm sure you felt that one. Uh, Renee, being as close as you are. But my aunt and uncle, Henry and Margaret, lived in Oakland at the time and had plans to come back down south that day and did, but had experienced the earthquake. And their house got a little bit of damage, but they were in a pretty good spot, I guess. Oh wow, Daryl Lynn. Well, it'd be great to see you for that if you're here and available. I hope you can get a free round trip flight if you got the points or whatever is necessary to make that happen. The airline miles. Yeah, that's when the top layer of the bridge fell on the bottom layer, and people got crushed and cars fell off into the bay. Um, that was terrible. I'll check it out. I'll try to check it out later, Paula, and thank you. Uh, but yeah, that 1989 quake was just devastating. I mean, buildings collapsed, that bridge collapsed, the Bay Bridge. One section collapsed on the other. There's just damage to like every structure in the area, like some damage. Really devastating. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Wasn't that the Oakland and LA World Series? Am I mistaken? Am I thinking of a different one? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Darylyn, so you saw. I might have been in that ride last April. But I think I vaguely remember that, Raoul. Some of them are, Daryl Lynn. There's like a couple of lowrider bike crews around here that go out and ride. Like they have their own rides, but um, yeah, Wednesday is always really kind of open to anybody. Oh yeah, Candlestick. Oh yeah, Oakland and I remember. Okay. Hmm. Well, that's going to be our team here, soon, Joe. The Las Vegas Athletics. They already destroyed a perfectly good hotel to put up a baseball stadium. Hopefully, they don't bring any major earthquakes with them. Yep. And, I don't know. Like, I've seen the renderings and stuff for the stadium. I don't know. I think they should have put it somewhere else and should have kept the Tropicana. And I might always feel that way, but I guess ultimately it could be good to bring another major sports team here. Um, Economically, it could be a good thing to do, a good move, but I guess we'll see. The Raiders and the Golden Knights have been a real asset to this community, to say the least. They've brought a lot of money in. Oh wow, well, that's cool. Oh okay, that's good. The Sphere, I don't know. I mean, they're still doing shows there. People are going. It's an attraction, certainly. People who fly in, like my son and his mother, who hadn't seen the Sphere before. The Sphere was just a concept. The last time my son was here, and his mother had never been to Las Vegas at all, so they're flying in and see it, and could see it out their window from the 58th floor of the Cosmopolitan and everything, and it's a big draw. A lot of people want to go check it out. I don't know how many people actually go in and spend the money, but everybody wants to get close and see it anyway, I think. Okay, take your time, Raoul. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here tonight, but yeah, do what you got to do. Oh, they're the residents at the Sphere. That's cool. I know the Backstreet Boys have always, well, they've done a lot of residencies here in Vegas over the years. So the Sphere's probably a pretty good move. Oh, they do have a live stream of the outside of the sphere, don't they, Paula? I could just go out my front door and walk to the left about 10 steps and see what the sphere is doing. Yeah, there is. I keep forgetting about that too. There is a like 24-hour live stream channel of what's occurring on the sphere. But that thing is really cool. I mean, it's freaking amazing. I didn't know about it when they were building it so much. It's like, it could be cooler, it could be kind of cheesy and lame, but it's actually really cool. It's very impressive to see. Oh wow, Kenny Chesney? That's cool. Well, I figure some pretty big names are going to continue to stream through the sphere. Uh, yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it, Shane? I mean, like when you're near it, it's and I guess it's a really like state of the art venue too. Like every seat in the house is like a perfect experience. Um, I don't know. So I would love to go catch a show in there sometime, but like the U2 tickets, even if you sat in the nosebleed section, like when they first opened the Sphere, if you wanted to go see U2 and you sat in the very last row in the very furthest seat, it was still like $700. And that's just too much money. I don't know where all these people are getting that much money to go and spend, thousands of dollars for show tickets, but I don't know. Oh, wow. New. Yeah, it's kind of a walk from Fremont Street, definitely, but oh, wow. I've caught some UFC pay-per-views. I wouldn't ever like I'm not in a position to, pay for the pay-per-view myself, but I will walk down Fremont Street or something sometimes, and just catch, like the casinos and bars and stuff are all playing UFC pay-per-view fights and stuff. So I don't know. I'll go and catch that sometimes. $89 for the tour. I'd say it's probably worth it. You know, like depending on what your budget is, it's like it. The Sphere is incredibly cool. Yeah, there are, aren't they? Aren't there? Well, it's a really cool place, the Sphere. It's a unique, awesome thing, and I would recommend going to see it. Absolutely. I don't know if you need to spend the $89 or whatever, but at least go stand next to it and bask in the awe of it's incredible. I've stood next to it 100 times at least, and it's still amazing. Oh, thank you, Joe. We used to go there every so often. We'd go and do a live stream. Like everybody's like stealing my parking lot spot though now, and the security guy goes through, which is why I haven't gone to do another Sphere stream. That and it's been kind of cold at night. But now that it's warming up at night, maybe we can go down there. Maybe we can go to the preferred viewing area and do another Sphere stream or video or two. And tomorrow Raul, tomorrow I was going to go do a bike ride, the Sunday morning bike ride. But I think somebody's coming to buy a bike and maybe hopefully some shirts too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to go participate in the group ride. I was going to take the green bike, the mountain bike. Um, I've been riding that the last couple of days. It's really awesome. It needs a little of this and a little of that, but it's a really good bike. So I don't know. I hate to miss a bike ride tomorrow, but I gotta sell a bike. So if dude wants to come pick it up in the morning, if he contacts me before I would go and do the ride, then I'll wait for him and he can come get the bike. But I don't know. We shall see. Oh, really? I don't know to whom you're referring necessarily, Daryl Lynn, but sounds interesting. On Fremont Street. Oh yeah, sometimes a week is too long, depending on what you're doing. What the budget is and so on. I mean, hell, I've been here for 11 some odd years now. That seems like a long time. But it's still like, I don't know. I'll always love this place and the things to do here. Yeah, that's true, Shane. I've noticed that like every time I go by, especially and on like Friday night chaos rides they got when we stopped there at the Sphere on the way back. There's always people like standing there by the parking lot, like, don't even think about coming back here, guys. I don't know. You can still sneak around the back way. I think it's on what's that? Is it Howard Hughes? If you take Howard Hughes to go back around to that office building and parking garage, you can still sneak in for a while, but they'll probably kick us out after a little while. We'll see, because the ride starts pretty early, Raul, and it seems like this guy wants to come pick up the bike pretty early, like as soon as he can. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, those are cool places we need to go to here soon, Joe. The Valley of Fire and Death Valley. But yeah, I'd love to go do a bike ride in the morning. Let's see, like maybe. Well, I'll see what I can work out with this guy. Maybe I don't even hear from him. If 9 o'clock rolls around and I haven't heard from this guy, I'm pedaling down to the llama lot, and we're at least starting a bike ride. So we shall see. Oh, cool. Thank you, Paula. It pops up in my feed every once in a while, like on my YouTube page or something, and I just forget to watch it. And when I'm thinking I want to have something just on in the background, just playing like a good background, I always forget about that. That would be a really good one to have on though, the Sphere. I can almost see it out my window if I hurt my neck a little bit, but it'd be a lot easier to just watch it on a computer screen or a TV or something. But thank you, Paula, for always doing what you do, sending links and keeping everybody informed and up to date. Shout out to Paula for always like you've probably noticed Paula like keeps the group together and makes sure that everybody's aware of, like when someone's live streaming or something. And that's a cool thing to do, Paula, and I certainly appreciate you for that. Hmm. I don't know. I never tried to look that way from where Baby Love lives myself. Maybe she could. I don't know. I'm up on the second floor and I have to go out my door really and kind of over to the left a little bit to really see it because there's like buildings and stuff in the way from where I am. Um, like I can kind of see it barely if I peek out the very top corner of my window. I might be able to just almost barely see it, just a little tiny piece of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's not too far from here, and it is a huge thing. I don't know. As the weather gets better, I want to spend more time near the sphere at night. I guess it's cool to just kind of sit there and hang out. We've done a couple of live streams outside of there, so as the spring weather rolls in, we'll spend more time out at night enjoying nice things like the sphere. But up until about now, anyway, this is kind of the time of year around here where, like, summertime, you don't want to be out during the day. Wintertime, you don't really want to be out during the night. But now the nighttime is going to start to get real nice for a while. And uh, days are going to be warm. 82 degrees on Tuesday, was it? If I saw the 7 day forecast, if I remember seeing the 7 day forecast correctly. Hey, JPL Rides, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, I was getting worried about you, and I mentioned to you actually earlier. We were talking about a lot of people in the chat that are going to be here in town soon, or in the coming months. And I mentioned you were going to be here for Eastgate Con around the time that some others are going to probably be in town as well. But yeah, glad you're here, and hope everything's going well. So we were getting about to that point where we're gonna wrap the stream, though. I guess I've been going for a couple hours, and I really do need something to eat. It's what 8 o'clock now here. It's getting really late for some of you. I know it's not a school night or anything, but still. Yeah, Daryl, and there are some definitely good jobs in the culinary industry in Las Vegas. We're kind of known for that. Um, if you're into that sort of thing, this is a great place to live and work. We pass by the Culinary Union sometimes on Wednesday night bike rides. It's down like right at the end of the Arts District as you're getting into Naked City, like right next to the Stratosphere is where the Culinary Union building is, and it's a serious deal around here. I mean, uh, restaurants are big business in Las Vegas. Oh, wow, cool. Darlin. Well, you'd fit right in here. You'd have a lot of good job options if you ever wanted them. Uh, like it was the food ultimately that brought me here. I love most things about Las Vegas, but the climate and the food are, I don't know. It's just, I need the dry climate because of my physical ailments, and we have more, like, we have the best food options in the world here, with the exception, we don't have Waffle House, but we have everything else. Um, so, yeah, I love the Arts District. I might, like, if I do a lease in an apartment somewhere, like, if I do differently than I am now, I'm just going, like, pay as I want right now. I don't have to stay for any length of time. If I sign a lease in the general area, I think I might, it might be in the Arts District. Waffle House is the bomb, and one thing I'll always miss about Florida is, Waffle House and like 3 a.m. drunken Waffle House brawls. Um, as a spectator, I don't participate in Waffle House fights in the middle of the night, but I have seen a couple. Yeah, yeah, well, Waffle House can turn into the Ultimate Fighting Championship, depending on the time of night. Huh. Yeah, I need dry weather for like my particular set of ailments. I don't know. Like I do better in a hot, dry climate myself. And I know a lot of people do. A lot of people really kind of swear by living in a place like Las Vegas. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know wherever there's a Waffle House, there could be a brawl at 3 o'clock in the morning. uh, yeah, Denny's. I've seen some Denny's fights too. But like something about the Waffle House, I don't know what it is about the Waffle House, just makes people want to fight at 3 o'clock in the morning. I've seen, like salt shakers get thrown at people at Denny's and stuff, but no, just like full, all-out brawls like you get at the Waffle House. But yeah, Denny's is another like middle of the night place where drunk people assemble and can fight. But the worst ones I've ever seen have been at Waffle House for sure. Yeah, just they should there should be like a Waffle House fighting league or something. Like it's 3 a.m. on Saturday night. Uh, you know what that means? It's time for Waffle House fights or something. Like a TV show. I don't know. Let's see. I guess we can show that. I don't know why it held your comment for a review, Daryl Lynn. I didn't do that. Um, what was that place that that's a real place where they did that scene in Pulp Fiction, but I can't remember what it's called. Oh, a guy wants to give me 25 bucks for the shirts. Hold on a second. I'll give that a minute. Like I told the girl that was gonna pick him up the other day. She said 20 bucks and I'll pick him up on the way to work. And I was like, yeah. Oh, Lafayette, Louisiana. I've been to that Waffle House. I've DJ'd in Lafayette, Louisiana. No, I'll let him have it for 25. Bro, well, I gotta just move some stuff and buy some more bikes. If I can get a few more bikes, I can seriously, like that'll be my job. And, that'll really be all I have to do. I just have to get to that point where I'm turning over enough bikes. Ugh, but I'm getting there. So I'll tell him, yeah, come and get them for 25. I would have said yes to 20, honestly, because I already told somebody else yes to 20. No, Jackrabbit Slims was that was actually like a sound stage or something. But the other part, like where the robbery part, where they're in that other diner type restaurant, that's a real place. But Jackrabbit Slims was a set, as I understand it, but very cool. I wish that were a real place, and I'd eat there. Pulp Fiction was on the other day. I watched Pulp Fiction like 2 weeks ago for the first time in probably at least 10 years. I love that movie. Yeah, Lafayette, Louisiana is a pretty cool place actually. I had a couple of friends there, and like the kind of DJing that I used to do, underground breakbeat music, was very popular in Lafayette, Louisiana. Huh. Anyway, let me set you down for a second, guys. Let me check my phone battery first. Hold on. Ooh, I'm almost out of phone battery. Let me message this guy back and be like, yeah, 25 is good. I'll be available tomorrow if you want to come and get them. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. All right. Had to message that guy if he wants to give me 25 bucks for some shirts that I forgot I even had. Then I'm down. He can have them. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Daryl Lynn. The bike selling is going quite well, JPL Rides. I just need more bikes. If I had seriously like 4 or 5 more bikes than I've been averaging now, I could make this my full-time job. So that's cool. I think maybe I've heard of them. Uh, no, yeah, Seether. Yeah, I know of Seether, and I was gonna say I think I have heard of them playing here recently, and I guess they did. They were here a couple of months ago, weren't they? But yeah, I remember the band Seether. Now that you mention them, I think that was a free concert on Fremont Street. They usually are, I guess. Yeah, but Hawthorne Grill. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking of. Joe, good call. A lot of good bands come through Fremont Street. Actually, we got to take a walk down there. Now that the weather's getting good, we can go down at night a little more. Take a night walk down there every now and then. It's not going to be so stinking cold outside. And enjoy some entertainment and whatever's happening. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, Fremont Street is the place to get diseases and stuff that they haven't even discovered yet, Raoul. New strains of hepatitis that won't be discovered for a couple of years yet already exist on Fremont Street. Oh, wow, that's cool, Daryl Lynn. Finger 11. That's awesome. I love Finger 11. I like earlier Finger 11, like 90s Finger 11, but still. Hey, good night to you, JPL Rides. And come to think of it, we've been going for a long time. My phone is wearing out. I got to plug it in. I got to get something to eat. I haven't had dinner yet, and it's already almost bedtime. And big day tomorrow. Got to sell some stuff. Got to move some bikes and get some more bikes. And some t-shirts, too. Sell some t-shirts. Let's see. Oh, wow. Goodness. That's a pretty big deal, I guess. Daryl Lynn. Uh, he's here a lot. What's his name? Um, but yeah, I guess that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Maybe we do a bike ride tomorrow, depending on how everything goes. I gotta sell some stuff, but we shall see. Yeah, I gotta call it a night. But I sure appreciate all of you guys coming and doing what you always do, hanging out, taking the time. Hey, Shane's still here. Good night, buddy. But have a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Maybe I see you in the morning, but I'll try to catch up with you at some point in the day, no matter what. But yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, guys, and be well. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thanks again, Ed and Judy, for the PayPal. If you're still here, very much appreciated. Thanks to everybody for everything. Have a good night, guys. Take care, and I'll see you again real soon.